Once you turn 80, these 5 things happen, whether you like it or not. Signs of aging. As the milestone of 80 years of age approaches, or for those who have already crossed this significant threshold, a noticeable shift in the rhythm of life becomes apparent. It's a period where the experiences of one's 70s begin to transition into a new distinct phase, marked by 5 fundamental changes that are as universal as they are inevitable, impacting every individual regardless of their preparation or disposition towards them. These are not to be mistaken for mere medical ailments or challenges requiring a problem-solving approach. Rather, they represent profound natural evolutions woven into the fabric of the human journey, a testament to the passage of time and the unfolding of life. Some of these transformations may evoke a sense of concern, while others might spark pleasant surprise. However, the 5th change, in particular, holds the potential to be an exceptionally liberating and empowering aspect of human existence. Without an awareness of what lies ahead, the immense opportunities for personal growth and fulfillment inherent in these shifts might very well be overlooked. Welcome to a space dedicated to offering life advice for individuals navigating their later years, a guide designed to equip you with wisdom, foresight, and the confidence to embrace this stage of life. Today, the focus is on unveiling these 5 immutable transformations that characterize the age of 80, shifts that often remain undiscussed in open conversation, yet are experienced by all. Far from being signals of decline or reasons for apprehension, these are natural life transitions that, when approached with understanding and acceptance, can dramatically enhance the overall quality of life. In the coming moments, we will delve into the specifics of how your energy levels and sleep patterns undergo a complete metamorphosis, how your social landscape naturally reshapes itself, why your perception and management of time undergo a radical alteration, what transpires within your memory and cognitive functions, and finally, the most surprising change of all, a development that may very well prove to be the most rewarding aspect of reaching 80. Your reflections are highly valued. Please share your personal insights in the comment section below, whether you are nearing 80, have reached it, or are viewing this for a loved one. This collective sharing enriches our understanding and strengthens our community. Understanding these impending changes in advance is akin to possessing a detailed roadmap for what could potentially be the most deeply fulfilling decade of your life. The 5th transformation, alluded to earlier, possesses the power to fundamentally alter your entire perspective on the aging process. Let us embark on this exploration together. The very first significant alteration that becomes evident upon reaching 80 years of age is a complete metamorphosis of one's physical energy and sleep patterns. This is not merely a matter of feeling more tired. Rather, it signifies a fundamental recalibration of your body's operational rhythm, a departure from anything previously experienced. Many individuals, rather than adapting to this new rhythm, tend to resist it, leading to unnecessary frustration. What is actually occurring is a gradual shift in your circadian rhythm, the internal biological clock that has governed your sleep-wake cycles for decades. Your body naturally begins to favor an earlier bedtime, typically around 8 or 9 p.m., and an earlier waking time, usually between 5 and 6 a.m. Consequently, your peak energy levels tend to occur in the morning and early afternoon, with a more pronounced dip around 2 p.m. than you might have experienced in your younger years. This sensation is not indicative of illness or fatigue, but rather represents your body's optimized schedule for this particular life stage. The architecture of sleep itself also undergoes changes. You may find yourself spending more time in lighter stages of sleep and less time in deep sleep, which can lead to more frequent awakenings during the night. The crucial insight here is that this is a normal physiological process, and it does not necessarily equate to poor sleep quality if your expectations and daily habits are adjusted accordingly. Consider the experience of Lucille, an 82-year-old retired educator. For the initial 2 years following her 80th birthday, she grappled with frustration and worry because she could no longer stay awake past 9 p.m. and consistently woke at 5:30 a.m., convinced that something was amiss. Her physician reassured her that this was entirely normal. Embracing this new reality, Lucille redesigned her daily routine to align with her natural biological rhythm. She now dedicates her most important activities, such as reading, correspondence, and light exercise, to the morning hours when her energy is at its zenith. Social engagements are scheduled for the early afternoon, and she has learned to embrace a brief, guilt-free rest around 2 p.m., coupled with an acceptance of her earlier bedtime. The outcome has been a palpable increase in her energy levels and a sense of accomplishment that surpasses her experiences in preceding years. To effectively manage these new energy patterns, 3 practical strategies are recommended. Firstly, dedicate a week to a simple tracking exercise to identify your personal energy peaks and troughs. Note precisely when you feel most alert and when natural fatigue sets in. Secondly, consciously restructure your daily priorities to coincide with these identified energy peaks, allocating your most demanding tasks to those times. Thirdly, establish a consistent sleep routine that respects your new natural bedtime, which includes dimming lights an hour before sleep and abstaining from screen use. The most significant shift in mindset involves understanding that your body is not malfunctioning or declining. Rather, it is operating with increased efficiency for this specific phase of life. By ceasing to battle your natural rhythms and instead optimizing your activities around them, you will discover that your days become more productive and satisfying than when you were striving to maintain an outdated schedule. Have you observed changes in your energy patterns as you've aged? Sharing your experiences in the comments section can offer valuable support and reassurance to others navigating this transition, underscoring that they are not alone. However, these shifts in energy are merely the prelude to the second fundamental change, one that might be surprisingly positive. The second inevitable transformation that occurs at the age of 80 profoundly impacts your social world, evolving in ways that are often unexpected. This is not solely about the natural attrition of relationships, although that is indeed a component. It signifies a complete re-evaluation and reshaping of how you connect with others and the intrinsic meaning derived from those connections. As you reach 80, you will likely observe that certain friendships gradually recede, while others deepen and become more significant than ever before. This phenomenon can be attributed to several factors. Your priorities naturally realign, shifting towards more authentic and meaningful connections. There is a diminishing tolerance for superficial relationships and an increased attraction to individuals who share your current life stage, rather than solely those with whom you share a historical connection. You may find yourself less inclined towards large, bustling social gatherings and more drawn to intimate one-on-one conversations. The friend with whom you once enjoyed shopping excursions might no longer resonate with your current pace of life, while an acquaintance you barely knew previously could suddenly become exceptionally important because they genuinely understand and relate to your present circumstances. This social evolution serves a vital purpose. Your emotional energy becomes a more precious commodity, and your mind instinctively guides you toward relationships that offer genuine support, understanding, and joy. This is not a process of social isolation, but rather a sophisticated form of social optimization. Consider the story of Eugene, who at 81 initially experienced distress when his long-standing poker group gradually disbanded. Various factors contributed, including health issues among members, relocation to be closer to family, and a general shift in the group's dynamics. Eugene felt as though he was losing a part of his social identity. However, an interesting turn of events unfolded. Eugene began volunteering at the local library's literacy program, where he encountered other volunteers in their 70s and 80s. These burgeoning friendships were founded on shared purpose and commitment, rather than solely on shared history. Eugene discovered that the conversations with these new companions were more meaningful, supportive, and energizing than many of his previous social interactions had been. Furthermore, Eugene observed a deepening of his relationships with his adult children during this period. As he became more discerning about where he invested his social energy, he channeled more of it into the relationships that truly mattered, a positive shift that his family noticed and responded to with warmth and appreciation. To navigate this social evolution with grace and success, several approaches are advisable. Firstly, grant yourself permission to allow certain relationships to naturally fade without succumbing to guilt. It is a healthy and natural aspect of life that not every friendship is destined to endure indefinitely. Secondly, proactively seek out new connections with individuals who are in similar life stages or who share your current interests and values. Thirdly, nurture and deepen the relationships that consistently energize you by being more deliberate in your allocation of quality time and engaging in meaningful conversations. The fourth strategy is paramount. Resist the urge to maintain the same social pace that characterized your 60s or 70s. Quality of interaction will far outweigh quantity. A profound 2-hour conversation with one person can offer far greater fulfillment than an entire day filled with superficial social activities. Most importantly, recognize that this social refinement is not about becoming antisocial or abandoning the prospect of new relationships. Many individuals at the age of 80 report that their friendships become more honest, more supportive, and more emotionally satisfying than they have ever been. You are not diminishing your social world. You are actively enhancing and upgrading it. What transformations have you observed in your friendships and social connections? Are there specific relationships that have grown in importance or new connections that have taken you by surprise? Please share your thoughts and reflections in the comments below. This evolution of your social landscape seamlessly segues into the third major change, which affects something even more fundamental: your entire relationship with the concept of time itself. The third transformation that occurs at the age of 80 is perhaps the most profound. Your relationship with time undergoes a complete metamorphosis, and in tandem, your entire system of priorities is elegantly inverted, yielding the most positive outcomes. Upon reaching 80, you will likely experience what psychologists refer to as a time perspective shift. While individual days might seem to pass more quickly, often due to diminished physical stamina, paradoxically, you become significantly more selective and intentional about how each moment is utilized. This shift is not rooted in a sense of running out of time. Rather, it stems from a finally acquired understanding of time's true purpose and value. You will find yourself caring considerably less about the opinions of others and prioritizing instead those pursuits that bring you genuine intrinsic satisfaction. Long-held social expectations that once seemed paramount, such as maintaining appearances, adhering to certain standards for the sake of public perception, or seeking the approval of individuals who hold little genuine significance in your life, begin to feel utterly irrelevant. This profound shift ushers in an era of remarkable liberation. You will naturally begin to decline invitations and commitments that drain your energy, and enthusiastically embrace opportunities that nourish your spirit, a practice that, for many, marks the first time in their adult lives. The pervasive fear of missing out is replaced by the profound joy of conscious choice. Allow me to share the story of Ruby, who at the age of 83 made a decision that initially surprised her entire family. Ruby had been an integral and dedicated member of her church for 4 decades, actively participating in committees, organizing events, and fulfilling numerous social obligations that had gradually become more exhausting than fulfilling. She recognized that she was dedicating the majority of her limited energy to activities that felt more like duty than genuine joy. Consequently, Ruby initiated a radical change. She resigned from all her committee positions. Instead, she began dedicating her Sunday mornings to her garden, a lifelong passion that had always been sidelined due to time constraints. She also commenced volunteering at the community garden 1 day a week, where she could impart her knowledge to younger gardeners and engage in the tactile pleasure of working with the soil. While her family initially expressed concern, fearing she was disengaging or becoming isolated, Ruby reported feeling more energized and purposeful than she had in years. She had consciously shifted her focus from obligatory activities to investing her time and energy in what truly mattered to her. This time perspective shift has significant implications for decision-making. At 80, individuals are more inclined to make choices based on personal fulfillment rather than external pressures or societal expectations. You might finally decide to pursue a hobby you've always dreamed of, disengage from relationships that no longer serve your well-being, or make living arrangements that prioritize your comfort and happiness over conventional norms. The practical impact of this shift is considerable. You become far more adept at distinguishing between what is truly important and what merely appears urgent. You cultivate what researchers term crystallized wisdom, the innate ability to discern through superficial concerns to the core essence of what truly matters in any given situation. To positively embrace this temporal transformation, several strategies are recommended. Firstly, conduct a comprehensive audit of your typical weekly activities. Differentiate between those that invigorate you and those that deplete your energy and identify any recurring patterns. Secondly, practice the art of saying no to requests that do not align with your genuine priorities, and do so without experiencing any sense of guilt. Thirdly, consciously invest more of your time in activities that provide deep satisfaction, even if they do not conform to traditional notions of productivity. Fourthly, leverage this newfound temporal perspective to engage in important conversations and experiences that you may have been postponing. At 80, you possess both the profound wisdom to discern what truly matters and the liberated freedom to act upon it. The most beautiful aspect of this transformation is that it frequently leads to a life that is more authentic and fulfilling than many individuals have previously experienced. When you cease to live according to the timelines dictated by others and begin to honor your own internal rhythm, every aspect of your life becomes imbued with greater intentionality and meaning. What activities or obligations have you willingly relinquished as you've grown? Older, what new priorities have emerged that have taken you by surprise? We encourage you to share your insights in the comments section. This profound shift in priorities elegantly prepares you for the fourth major change, which impacts your mind in ways that might be unexpectedly positive and diverges significantly from common assumptions about memory at this age. The fourth significant change that manifests at the age of 80 pertains to your memory and cognitive processes, but it is far from the simplistic decline that many individuals anticipate. Instead, your brain undergoes a sophisticated reorganization, a process of trading certain cognitive abilities for others, and this exchange often proves to be more advantageous than initially perceived. It is true that short-term memory may become less reliable. You might enter a room with a clear purpose only to forget it upon arrival, or struggle to recall a name that was just spoken. However, here is where the fascinating aspect emerges. While your brain may become less efficient at temporarily holding new information, it frequently exhibits an enhanced capacity for accessing and, more importantly, connecting long-term memories in profoundly meaningful ways. At 80, many individuals report that memories from decades past become remarkably vivid and detailed. Crucially, your brain becomes more adept at identifying patterns and establishing connections between disparate experiences. This heightened ability is precisely why older adults often excel at making decisions rooted in wisdom, even as their overall processing speed may decrease. Your brain is essentially transitioning from a high-speed information processor to a sophisticated system for pattern recognition and the synthesis of wisdom. You exchange rapid recall for deep insight and quick learning for profound understanding. The changes in decision-making are particularly compelling. While you might require more time to process new information, your decisions often become superior because they are informed by an extensive database of life experiences, enabling you to swiftly discern what is genuinely important from what is merely extraneous noise. Consider the experience of Carlton, an 84-year-old retired engineer. Initially, Carlton felt frustrated when he realized he could no longer rapidly memorize technical specifications with the same ease as before. However, he soon discovered something remarkable. When his adult son sought his counsel on complex work-related challenges, Carlton could almost instantaneously identify solutions that eluded younger colleagues who possessed greater technical acuity but lacked his depth of experience. Carlton's brain was no longer optimized for the rote memorization of new data. Rather, it had evolved into an extraordinarily sophisticated instrument for recognizing patterns and connecting seemingly unrelated concepts. His decades of experience had forged neural pathways that facilitated insights unattainable through sheer processing speed alone. Carlton learned to effectively leverage his new cognitive strengths. He began maintaining a small notebook for essential daily information, thereby freeing his mental energy to focus on the deeper, more complex thinking at which he now excelled. He joined a community advisory board where his exceptional pattern recognition abilities proved invaluable for long-term strategic planning decisions. To optimize your cognitive abilities at 80, 4 distinct strategies are recommended. Firstly, externalize the storage of routine information by utilizing calendars, lists, and notes for day-to-day details, thereby allowing your mental energy to be directed towards more complex cognitive tasks. Secondly, engage in activities that actively utilize your pattern recognition strengths, such as strategy games, mentoring younger individuals, or tackling intricate problems that benefit from the application of life experience. Thirdly, maintain cognitive engagement through learning endeavors that build upon your existing knowledge base, rather than attempting to master entirely unfamiliar skill sets. Fourthly, and perhaps most crucially, recognize that your cognitive style has fundamentally changed, rather than deteriorated. You are now optimized for wisdom, not merely speed. The most pivotal mindset shift is the profound understanding that cognitive aging is not solely characterized by loss. Your 80-year-old brain possesses a specialized configuration, distinct from that of your 30-year-old self, and in many respects, it is superiorly specialized for the types of decisions and insights that hold the greatest significance at this particular life stage. You might misplace your reading glasses with some frequency, but you can instantly recognize when someone is offering you dubious advice, comprehend complex social dynamics by seeing through to their underlying realities, and make decisions that account for subtle nuances that would likely escape minds that are quicker but less experienced. How have your thought processes or memory capabilities evolved as you have aged? Have you observed the emergence of new cognitive strengths, even as certain other abilities have shifted? We invite you to share your personal experiences and observations in the comments section. This profound cognitive evolution serves as a perfect preparation for the fifth and most astonishing change, a development that may well be the most significant gift bestowed by reaching the age of 80. The fifth and final transformation, occurring at the age of 80, is often the most surprising and, for a vast number of individuals, the most profoundly wonderful. It is the emergence of a level of personal freedom and authenticity that may have been unprecedented throughout one's entire life. This is not simply about a diminished concern for the opinions of others. It is about the profound realization and embodiment of one's true self. At 80, many of the external pressures that previously influenced life decisions begin to dissipate. The drive to advance a career, impress colleagues, or conform to societal definitions of success often recedes. With children grown and major life responsibilities largely fulfilled, individuals are granted permission, perhaps for the very first time, to live in accordance with their own deeply held values and desires. This newfound freedom manifests in remarkable ways. You might find yourself readily expressing opinions that you have privately harbored for years, pursuing interests that others once deemed impractical, or making choices that prioritize your personal happiness over conventional societal expectations. The fear of judgment, which once exerted a considerable influence on numerous decisions, becomes almost entirely irrelevant. What is particularly beautiful about this particular transformation is that it is not characterized by selfishness or inconsideration. Instead, it is about the genuine expression of one's authentic self, a quality that often renders individuals more interesting, more honest, and more valuable to those around them. The paradox is striking. Even as physical capabilities may experience some limitations, emotional and spiritual freedom expands dramatically. You are finally able to shed the roles that others expected you to play and begin living as the person you authentically are. Allow me to share the story of Constance, who at 82 made a decision that perfectly encapsulates this transformative shift. Constance had dedicated her entire adult life to embodying the role of the quintessential minister's wife. Conservatively dressed, cautious in her speech, and consistently prioritizing the needs of others above her own. She had suppressed her innate love for art and creativity to conform to the expectations of her perceived role. At the age of 82, Constance declared she was finished with being merely proper. She began to wear vibrant clothing that expressed her personality, took up painting with a bold, abstract style, and started to voice her opinions candidly, a behavior that surprised everyone who knew her. Far from becoming difficult or disagreeable, Constance became more vibrant and engaging than she had ever been. Her family, initially startled by these changes, quickly realized that this more authentic version of Constance was not only more enjoyable, but also more captivating to be around. Her grandchildren in particular adored this grandmother who painted wild, expressive pictures and was unafraid to share her honest thoughts on any topic. Constance had finally granted herself the ultimate permission, the permission to simply be herself. This burgeoning authenticity brings with it unexpected and significant benefits. Many individuals at 80 report an improvement in their relationships, stemming from their newfound willingness to be honest about their true selves and their desires. They expend less energy on pretense and have more to invest in genuine, heartfelt connections. This freedom also extends to lifestyle choices. You might decide to reside in a location that brings you profound happiness, rather than one that is simply deemed practical. You might pursue hobbies that bring you unadulterated joy, rather than those that are perceived as age-appropriate. You might structure your days around activities that energize you, rather than those dictated by external expectations. This is not about embracing recklessness or disregarding the feelings of others. Rather, it signifies the acquisition of the wisdom necessary to differentiate between obligations that truly matter and those that do not, and between the opinions of others that warrant consideration and those that do not. To consciously embrace this profound freedom, several actionable steps can be taken. Firstly, identify specific areas in your life where you may have been adhering to the expectations of others rather than living in accordance with your own deeply held values. Secondly, grant yourself explicit permission to make choices that are guided by what brings you genuine, intrinsic satisfaction. Thirdly, experiment with the open and honest expression of your authentic opinions and interests. You may be pleasantly surprised by the positive reception they receive. Fourthly, utilize this newfound freedom as an invaluable opportunity for continued growth and exploration. What endeavors have you long wished to undertake but felt were out of reach or inappropriate? Now might just be the perfect time. The most remarkable aspect of this transformation is that countless individuals report feeling more authentically themselves at 80 than they ever have before in their lives. All the roles and expectations that once served to define you become optional, granting you the agency to select which of them continue to serve your purpose and which you are ready to graciously release. Have you experienced this growing sense of authenticity and profound freedom as you have aged? What aspects of your true self have you been able to express more fully? What societal expectations or personal limitations have you managed to let go of? Please share your personal narratives and insights in the comments section. Your experiences have the potential to inspire someone else to embrace their own authentic journey. This liberation and authenticity represent the culmination of all the preceding changes. The shifts in energy patterns that teach prioritization, the social evolution that guides toward meaningful connections, the redefinition of your relationship with time that emphasizes what truly matters, and the cognitive shifts that bestow wisdom. All these elements converge. Together, they create the fertile ground for this stage of life to be not merely manageable, but exceptionally fulfilling. Understanding these 5 fundamental changes irrevocably alters the way you approach the milestone of 80. Instead of viewing it as a period to be feared, you can embrace it as a time of profound personal evolution and the unveiling of unexpected opportunities. Your energy patterns instruct you in the art of efficiency and intentionality. Your social evolution serves as a compass, directing you towards more profound and meaningful relationships. Your reimagined relationship with time provides clarity regarding life's ultimate priorities. Your cognitive shifts trade raw speed for invaluable wisdom and deep insight, and your burgeoning authenticity empowers you to finally become your most complete self. When you perceive these changes not as losses but as natural adaptations, you can actively collaborate with them rather than passively resist them. The 80-year-old individual who wholeheartedly embraces their new energy rhythms, cultivates deeper and more resonant relationships, prioritizes consciously and with intention, values wisdom above mere speed, and lives authentically, often reports a higher degree of life satisfaction than they have experienced in many decades prior. This is not about passively accepting decline. It is about recognizing and celebrating evolution. Your 80-year-old self is not a diminished version of your younger self. Rather, it is a specialized iteration, exquisitely optimized for different but equally valuable capabilities and profound life experiences. The most significant transformation arises from the realization that each of these changes, when properly understood and wholeheartedly embraced, contributes to the creation of a life that is more intentional, more authentic, and ultimately more fulfilling than any decade that preceded it. Which of these 5 transformations has surprised you the most? Or, if you are already experiencing them, which one has proven to be the most positively impactful in your life? We eagerly await your thoughts and reflections in the comments section below. Your unique experiences serve as invaluable guides for our entire community, illuminating the true potential that this remarkable life stage offers. If this video has offered a new perspective on the journey towards 80, we kindly request that you share it with someone who might benefit from these insights. And please, do not forget to subscribe to Life Advice for Older People. Together, we are cultivating a vibrant community where every stage of life is recognized, valued, and joyfully celebrated.